Do you miss that perfect homemade dal your mom used to make? After countless experiments, I finally uncovered these 4 key steps that transformed my dal forever. These overlooked techniques are what separate mediocre dal from the deep nostalgic flavors you remember. But if you skip any of them, your dal just won't taste the same. The step I never saw my grandmother or mother skip when they made dal every day is washing and soaking lentils. Washing removes excess starch that could make your dal look and taste murky. Look at how the water changes from cloudy to clear. Soaking allows the lentils to rehydrate gradually, resulting in reduced cooking time and more evenly cooked dal that's easier to digest. This next step might be a bit controversial, but I don't use a pressure cooker. If you only cook dal once in a while, cook it like I do, which is on the stovetop on low until it's tender. This is masoor dal, which cooks faster than most lentils, and therefore 2 hours is enough to create that incredible velvety texture that slow cooking produces. Now that we know the first 2 overlooked techniques, it's time to move on to the third one. The key is to cook the masala base on high heat in a saute pan or wok or karhai instead of a deep pot. This fries the ingredients instead of stewing them, creating a richer flavor profile and adding a slight smokiness that takes your dal from boring to brilliant. Because we're cooking on high heat, everything comes together quickly, but it also means there are more chances of ruining the dish. I encourage you to be present with all your senses, the changing colors, the evolving aromas, the subtle sounds of cooking. Since this is a rustic style, I crush the ginger and garlic in a mortar and pestle. We don't need a fine paste, and this releases a lot more flavor. As soon as you smell the lovely aroma of cooked ginger and garlic, add in the tomatoes and the ground spices. After you add in the spices, pay special attention to this next moment. It's the secret to depth of flavor that most miss. If you struggle to develop the right depth of flavor in your Indian cooking, make sure you prioritize this next phase, oil separation. When you see the fat droplets glistening around the masala base, you know that you've successfully developed depth of flavor. This is the missing piece in your flavor puzzle. Now let's add the cooked dal into this intensely aromatic base. This already looks and smells delicious, but we're not done yet. The fourth step will elevate it even further. If you're enjoying this technique-driven approach to cooking, you'll love my complete Indian cooking course where I break down all the fundamental methods behind your favorite dishes. Click the link in the description to join the waitlist. Adding kasuri methi is optional, but it adds another dimension of flavor which takes your dal to the next level. Add it at the end and don't cook it too much. I'm tasting to make sure that the seasoning is right. The next step might seem excessive, but the double tadka method is the step that separates mediocre dal from exceptional dal. Look at the result of slow cooking, rich, velvety dal. We're going to make the tadka after we serve the dal, so the fragrance of the spices and ghee are fresh when we serve it. I insist that you ghee ghee for this, since it adds a lovely aroma and richness that oil simply cannot replicate. Once the ghee is shimmering, add the Kashmiri red chili. Once the Kashmiri red chili is red and glossy, add in the cumin seeds. As soon as the cumin seeds start dancing in the oil, it's time to add my favorite ingredient, sliced garlic. These golden pieces of garlic infused with ghee and spices create a heavenly aroma that will fill your kitchen with nostalgia. Most people add asafoetida or hing too early in the process, which results in it losing its potency. So add it at this stage rather than at the masala-based stage. Pour this entire mixture, ghee and all over your dal right before serving. And don't mix it in before you eat it. Finish with fresh cilantro for a bright herbal note that balances the richness. I love to eat my dal with some warm rice and raw onions on the side. Sometimes I squeeze some lime juice to brighten things up, but today I'm satisfied with the comforting familiar flavors of this dal tadka. So there you have it, 4 key steps that transforms my dal from mediocre to irresistible. What is your favorite dal? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed these techniques, you'll love my 19-hour black dal recipe. It uses some of the same principles but takes them to the next level for a special occasion dish that will impress anyone. Watch it next.